Yes, good afternoon, sports enthusiasts, mega athletes, moms who want to know, and pine riding sissies. This is another edition of Sports Shorts.
Yes, indeed, we have an exciting show today, a lot to check in on in and around the world of sports.
Can I be frank with you? Frank, what's on first today?
Well, we'll get to that in a second, but first, here's what's going on later in the show.
Nice. Some beef franks for lunch.
That's right. Get ready for all that and more when we get back in just a moment.
All right then, let's get started with sports. Much going on in the world of sports these days. Where should we go first? How about Major League Baseball? Or what about the NHL?
Yes, or we could take a look at what is happening in and around football.
That is a great point, Frank. We have college football, the National Football League, and, you can't forget, Bikini League football.
Oh, and if we're going there, your wife's foot to your balls.
Sports is serious stuff. Stick around for more Sports Shorts. Let's recap what we've seen so far in the show.
Which reminds me, it's time for that segment of the day we call Lunch Date.
That is perfect because, boy, Frank, I am starving. Well, guess what we have again today, my friend?
Oh, I don't know, Joe, but if I was to take a wild guess, I would guess delicious hot dogs?
Oh, you'd be right.
I want to thank our sponsor for giving us these delicious hot dogs. Our sponsor is Hotdogs.
Is in fact hot dogs.
So, Joe, I canceled my cable. I just couldn't justify it. It was too expensive. Exactly. Well, I only use it just for sports and, porn. Right, so I could get that on the computer anyway, so, I canceled my cable. And Time Warner just keeps calling me and calling me. It's starting to get ridiculous.
I tell you, that sure hit the spot. Just like going to the stadium for the real thing.
Speaking of going to the stadium, what's on deck for the next segment of the show?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Frank. Seems that some of our viewers have sent us in some fan mail. So that means we're heading to the segment of the show we like to call The Mailbag. Well, would you care to do the honors today, Frank?
Yeah, Joe, I think I made it pretty clear to you and the producers I would never be putting my hands anywhere near your mailbag.
Suit yourself. There we go. Let me get a good one. Oh, I got one. Here we are. Okay. Well, yes, here it is. Skip Jitney from Upper Cross, Long Island has written us saying, "Dear Sports Shorts, myself and the rest of the members at my country club are curious as to why you did not have any coverage of the U.S. Open tennis tournament."
Well, that's a very good question, Skip.
What the hell kind of name is Skip anyways? Listen up, Skippy. Here at Sports Shorts, we don't deal with puny little fuzzy green balls. We're only concerned with large, rough, leather, pendulously oversized swinging balls.
Well, Skip, we hope that answers your question. I'm gonna calm Joe down and we'll be back with more Sports Shorts. Welcome back to
Sports Shorts.
Well, Joe, we've covered a lot of exciting topics today, and brings us to our final segment, Sports in the Cinema.
That is correct. Today's topic of discussion in sports cinema is two words near and dear to the professional world of sports: money and balls.
That's right, Joe. You know what I love the most about Brad Pitt?
Could it be that his name rhymes with bad shit?
No, Joe, but now it might be.
I'm just yanking you, Frank. It's got to be his tremendous amount of money and balls.
That's right, Joe. Now, the movie Moneyball is about baseball, from what I understand. What's your favorite part of the movie, Joe?
Well, I haven't quite seen the picture yet, but from the trailers and everything that I have seen, I've always been an athletics fan, and that Jonah Hill, he's something else too, huh? Let's see how he tackles this serious role.
You know, Joe, I was sweating before we did this segment. I hadn't seen the movie myself either. I feel really bad about that, but a lot of my friends said it was very, very good. It's coming to DVD soon, so maybe,
I smell a mandate in the studio.
I was thinking that very thing. We can get some hot dogs. We'll sit down on my couch. I got a 54-inch plasma, and we could watch the movie and then bring it to you viewers in an upcoming edition of Sports Shorts.
Nothing like high def and surround sound.
I'd agree.
Well, it looks like we're out of time for today's Sports Shorts segment. Thank you very much, faithful viewers, for staying tuned. And this is Joe Sudol,
Frank Angelini,
signing off from Sports Shorts.